Yo, what's up,
Welcome.
guys? Welcome to the Zinnias YouTube channel. It is me, Karius, aka FDMW, and I will be interviewing myself with Zinni Beans. So, Zinni Beans, who are you?
Thank you for the interview introduction, Carius. I am
You're
Zinnias.
welcome.
I am the host of the Zinnias podcast, and I
No,
am
you
going
know,
to
Genius, you
be
Zinni ass.
interviewing FDMW, also known as Carius, also known as Benchod,
Man of
and
wisdom. No, 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 man of wisdom. What the fuck do you mean, bro? No bloody bent, you son of mine will call me mother troll. I am the man
so
of wisdom. Thy
FDMW,
wisdom comes
also
true.
known as
Yes, yes,
Carius,
yes.
is a Sun and
Yes.
Moon player, like myself. He has been
Yeah,
locked
but.
in over the past year,
And I'm also
getting
3-0 versus you.
getting results, not including Rio versus me.
I've
So,
literally 3-0
Carius,
versus you, like. Yes, yes, yes.
what was your first
Yo.
experience with competitive Pokemon?
Okay, so my first ever game on Smogon was versus 3D in SMPL. It was my debut game. I was like really nervous. I was shitting my pants. But then I came in with my legendary signature Lofat, and then I smashed the fuck out of 3D and literally 6-0 him, 6-0 him. And then after that, he told Mango Steak that I was shit, and I was like, "Let's go! I'm getting famous."
So, the Empo Lopfat is your favorite team. Is
No, it
this
is not my favorite team. It used to be my favorite team, but it is my signature team. My favorite team is Titario Nicholas, which I made myself.
so? You definitely prefer bulky teams, like fat teams. You like Ryu Nicholas.
Yeah,
Um,
I do tend to prefer Nicholas teams because I think in my mind I'm better clicker than everyone, and if I can use a fat team, I can definitely go for a longer game and skill difference to the opponent.
do you think that fat teams are the best teams in Sun and Moon?
In my opinion, I think any good team would cover the modern architecture. Like you can ignore stuff like Crowdont and Azumarill and stupid stuff like Rotomosh and like any proper six like Rain. But I truly think that the majority of fat teams are better than majority of offenses. Although fat teams are good, fat teams in current SM are really tricky to find and to select.
What do you think is the most overrated Pokemon or team style in the metagame?
Oh my god, overrated as fuck. I think Rotom Wash is like one of the most dogshit monsters ever to ever exist. Like this shit, fake ass fire resist, can't even vol any fire type, literally can't even pressure Toxapex, volt switch, and doesn't even have any reliable recovery. So it is like really, really, really dogshit. And what type of structures I think are dogshit? I think those bulky offensive type structures, with like the BO by Alex numbers with the Kieran Black, Mega Scissor, Atran, Beta Viva. I think
Yeah.
those type of structures are pretty dogshit and then can't find any real consistency. Consistency.
What do you think the main problem with them is?
Main problem with the what is?
With structures such as the beat up spam.
Well, the thing is, those beat up structures, they're trying to counter fat, and then they're like two fucking VTT spikes that, like, with the right pressure from top specs, those stuff just quickly break down, and then they are like generally shit into offenses. So, like, I don't get their point. Like, maybe they're good into some non-top specs fats or stuff like that.
And on the opposite side, what is the most underrated Pokemon in Sun and Moon?
Underrated Pokemon. I do think Titar is fairly rated, and like Tex is the most broken one in SM. If I had to select underrated, yeah, probably Reuniclus. Like shit is legit the goated. That's Reuniclus and Crest. These two are like goated as fuck. I need to more utilization in fats and more structures.
So, in your year of playing Sun and Moon, what was your highlight?
So my highlights this year, I only remember myself for one game, which is the World Cup game I played versus Mikiolos. Forget all the records I made. This game particularly haunts me till now. Like I had the game won, and then I couldn't fucking click the winning move. I had the game in my hands. Although people do tend to ignore that this son of a bitch hexed me, this bloody vengeful son of mine hexer. And I got hexed, yeah. But then I could have won, but then I clicked the move which did not allow me to win. Yeah.
So, World Cup is important to you. Would you
Yes,
like
yes, yes.
there
Very
to
important.
be a Team Pakistan, which
Oh
is
yes, for sure. For sure, next year you will see Team Pakistan. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, bro. Like me, HY, Hurry, Falancis, all these guys have came together. We found new rookies, and we're planning to make this Team Pakistan 2026 dream come true. Although you will not see players like Devin and typical Bastard since they will be representing Asia.
Will you be leading the Pakistan team as a manager?
Well, honestly, I want to, but I don't think I will be leading them because I think it will be HY, Hori, and maybe like either Falancis or Cold Champ for the third slot.
But you do have managing experience. How
Yes,
are
I
you
do have
enjoying your experience managing in OUFL?
So my OUFL is going pretty great. All my players, they all love me. They all react fire to my, motivational speeches. And especially Pesa and Tic Tac. These two are legit goated. I want to shout out Pesa for being the greatest supporter in my OUFL court. And I also want to shout out Tic Tac for being Pakistani and in my team. I also want to shout out PBFEs like Kami, Dota, and Kneki for being a part of our team. Yeah.
What was your draft strategy? What were you looking
So
for while drafting?
my draft strategy was for SWE, okay, particularly we talk about SM. The SM pool was like pretty dog shit pool of the century. People were overpaying as fuck for overpay for like random dog shit players that performed 3-4 years back. So my strategy was to select ladder heroes who had like 1700 plus elo once or twice. So yeah, my strategy was to go for that, and luckily I had known a few players who have reached this ladder record, and apart from one, Kami is like a legendary PBF player who is really similar in terms of skill set, like relatively similar to Electro. Yeah, so yeah, I had to go for him, opt for him.
So we bring up PBF. How did
Yes.
you go from PBF, which is a Roblox game, to Sun and Moon OU?
So I would like to tell you that I started my career of Pokemon from PBF, and PBF is a game on Roblox related to Pokemon. And I started as a noob, and then once upon a time I got smashed in PvP. I wanted to improve, and then the only way I could improve was to play Showdown. So back in the time, I had the competition, really massive competition with this specific player called Gustavan. Me and him were fighting all the time in the PBF, and then I went into a year gap, and then he became a really good player, SPL caliber, as some may say. And then I returned. I was like, "What the fuck? How is this guy so good?" And then I had to, reach that level. And then I kept on grinding, and hopefully, I think I'm there now for SM at least.
Yeah, you've had a great year in Sun and Moon. For anybody watching that doesn't know, PBF stands for Pokemon Bronze Forever. It is a Roblox Pokemon game. It's an actual like independent Pokemon game, and it has quite a big PvP scene even in 2025. Do you think that there is much room for the best PBF players to break into Smogon, or have all the good ones already came?
Um, uh, right now in PBF, there is Kami who can excel on Smogon. He made his debut in SM Trios where he won a game, and now he will play in the OUFL starting from this week. And there's also other players like Mr. Bacon, Mr. Noob, and Duana. Although there are other players who have not entered Smogon, but they were by far like really good clickers. Like there was Rice, there was Holy Distance, there is Quimortolos, and there is Hamoud. These players who are relatively good clickers have not made any appearance on Smogon. And yeah, there was also Zenji, who is like a top tier clicker. He used to peak SM ladder with like PBF teams back in 2023. Yeah, they could have had a massive impact on Smogon had they tried.
So, PBF player or non-PBF player, do you have a rival or anyone on Smogon that you could consider a rival?
So back in my PBF days, I used to have this rivalry with Gustavan. Although I did smash him the first time we played in a friendly, he did hacks me the second time we played in a PBF tournament. And then when I returned to Pokemon Showdown after a year, we played in this PBFPL. First week he hacked me. I mean, he smashed me, and then final week I smashed him the shit out of him and used the same gift revenge against him. He posted in the first week win. I posted the same shit against him, and everyone was like, "Yo, aura plus 500, aura plus 5,000." And yeah, I was like, "Let's fucking get it, bro." Shout out Wyatt for
Is
great
this a
support.
current rivalry, or are you two friends now?
Well, if we talk about rivalry, he doesn't think of me as rival, but I like to think of Gustavan as, a step of climbing the ladder of greatness in terms of PBF competitive into conversion to small one. Although I do have some sort of friendship with Gustavan. Not that he thinks of me as a friend, but like I have good interactions with him so far now.
Yeah, I would say Kustavan probably is the benchmark for coming from PBF to Pokemon and Smogon. I think he has a good shot at SPL this year. Do you think that you have a shot at SPL this year, or how much more do you think you need to do to get into SPL?
Okay, so Kustaman is definitely is SPL caliber, and now he just won as a seasonals. If we talk about me, I've had plenty of good runs this year. I've been positive in every tournament I played besides World Cup, where I could have won my game. I was 5-1 in SMPL, currently unbeaten in OUPL. I was 5-1 in EPL. I was top 4 SMGC. I won live tours. I came semifinals live tour and made all the consistent ladder peaks. I do think there is a slight chance I get into SPL. Although I have to shout out other names like Kaio, Prof Trees. These players are legit cracked as fuck and deserve SPL slot. But I do think I have a slightest chance. And if I want to guarantee a chance, I need to find another tier like RBY and excel at that, like how I excel in SM. And if I manage to do that, I'll for sure get in SPL.
So, you have an interest in picking up RBY. Is that the only other meta that you have an interest in? Or do you have an interest in anything else, or any lower tiers?
So basically, I first used to think that if you talk about lower tiers, I was trying to play SVUU and SMUU, but like I later on, as I continued to grind, I realized that there was no point, and they wouldn't help me get in SPL. So I tried SS and Auras, and I found that they were pretty dog shit. And then I tried SV, and I was doing well, but then my exam came and then I lost track, and the meta changed so quickly and evolved so quickly over time. And then when I tried to regrind it, I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" So I went off to RBY. I found a tutor, a legendary tutor called Zinnias, and they taught me a bit of two stuff. But then after 1 month, I fucking forgot to grind because my exams came up. But I will progress back to RBY again.
I see. So, you are very interested in getting into SPL. What
Yes, I
about
am.
the Sun and Moon players that aren't at the SPL level and you think could break out in 2026?
Okay, so I definitely think there are players like Profitrees, Brandon Lee, Electro, and these three I think for sure could go positive as fucking SPL. Like I really respect Brandon Lee, I really respect Kaio, I really respect Profitrees. I genuinely have a lot of respect for them as players and as clickers. Like other than that, there's still players like Abel, Nicholas, who have potential, to be at that top level. But like, yeah, for me, these three stand out at top: Electro, Kyo, and Prof Trees. Although there is also, Wyad. He's already an SPLer, but he played SV. But if he were to try an SM, he would literally go X0. Like, he would literally fuck the shit out of Puny, Ima, Fade, Chamflash, Taste. He would literally fuck the shit out of them all.
So, for the people you've mentioned, do you think that they will be the SMSPO pool this year? Or do you
Um,
think that it's going to be mostly similar names?
So I think Kyo has a pretty good shot at getting in SPL this year because he won a seasonal SM Cup this year, and then last year he was 10-1 in OUPL, and this year he's also going positive in OUPL. And if you talk about Electro has won SM Summer Seasonal, but other than that, he was like just 3-0 in SMPL. No other relevant good record, so he doesn't have a really good shot in getting into SPL this year. If we talk about Brandon Lee, he also won Winter Seasonals, but other than that, no really significant records. And if we talk about Prophet Trees is a really solid top tier caliber player, known for his team building, and yeah, but he doesn't have any sort of winter seasonal win or like yeah, he had a good SMPL, and he's going 3-2 in OUPL. Maybe he has a shot depending on his connection, but I do think out of these four players, Kyo has the best shot.
I would agree with that sentiment. I think Kyo and I think Kustovan has the best chance to break out into SPL.
Yeah,
If he
but
wins,
Kustavan
if
is
he
more of an
wins
SSR now.
circuit, then absolutely will.
Yeah, I
And
think I would rather have Abel or CMB Nicholas win the circuit over Kustavan.
I mean, with the ban of Fade, there's obviously going to be a new Sun and Moon pool, and Sky Penguin retiring as well. I'm not sure if that's confirmed yet, but he hasn't had any activity this year, and I don't know how much intention he has to play. Now, onto the Sun and Moon Circuit Championship. We are currently in the semi-finals.
Yes.
What are your predicts? Abel versus Kustovan, Baddy versus Simu Nicholas.
So first of all, I would like to say Baddy versus Simon Nicholas. All respect to Baddy in SV and SS, but I don't think he's all that crack in SM. I think if I were to speak in SM, I would always prefer a mainer over a random clicker. So Siemryu, he will smash the shit out of Baddy, and Baddy also hacks the Draken Kuli in the first round, and then Vios just played dog shit versus Baddy. So I don't know if I were to give Baddy the respect ever for his semi-final run. And if you talk about Abel versus Kustavan, great respect to Kustavan, but I'd rather root for Abel. Abel has so far been interesting loading his anti-mon. He's trying to adapt this Ehsan style of play, loading a shitmon and making success with them. I hope it works versus Kustavan, and best of luck, Abel.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody in the semi-finals has earned their way. Baddy has experience in Sun and Moon getting to the Smogon Tour playoffs, and obviously put in the work to qualify for the circuit.
Well, Baddy's Smogon Tour playoff was like more dependent on his SS and SV rather than his SM. Like, all respect to his SS and SV, they're cracked as fuck. But like SM, I don't like that much. And then if we also talk about Kustavan, like all year Kustavan has been kind of flopping in SM, but he said he didn't care, so I don't know. But yeah, I respect CMRU and Abel.
Back to yourself, how do you prepare for a tournament game?
So basically, if I were to prepare for a tournament game, I would see who my opponent is. If I already have an idea of what style of play the opponent prefers, like for instance versus Zinnia, Sasageo, Megadolls, Tenor these all are vanilla spammers. So basically what I can do versus them is place a top specs, just one T-specs and they will auto lose. And if I want to go a different route, I'll just sand because they are all weak as shit to sand, and even sand has a top specs. But if I wanted to pick a non-top specs team, I would just load down some drought maybe, I guess, just to break off those vanillas. This depends on player to player. It's like if I were to play against a fat spamming Damas, I would just load full on breakers, Lele, Mega Gyarados, and this sort of stuff.
So you tend to go for anti-offense picks against people that you think aren't that creative in the tier.
Yeah, I would go for Fats against Flair. I think I dog shit. I would try to skill difference them, and then I will win. And this has always worked, as you can see in my past. This week, OUPL game versus Ryan, I bought a Fat team, and the guy couldn't fucking do shit versus Fat. And in his prep, he told me he was coming prep against Fat, and I still loaded Fat, and he couldn't do fucking shit versus me.
Is Z Ryan dog shit?
Z Ryan is not dog shit, but like Z. So Z-Ryan is like legit my goat, but like Z-Ryan, you need to learn how to play Fat and how to play against Fat. Like he's good into offensive teams and good while using offensive team, but like Z-Ryan struggles and sucks when the question comes in Fats.
For longer games?
Yeah, for longer games. He can't find consistent lines.
How does somebody improve at longer games? You are a Fat team specialist yourself. What did you need to learn to become...
First of all, I would like to say you have to be really retarded and become a dumb son of a bitch and, sit on ladder, spam, 10 games, 20 games, 100 games, 200 games, 1,000 games, 2,000 games. Only this way you can be a consistent player finding lines over and over.
So you believe in raw experience. Do you analyze games?
I analyze games like once in a blue moon.
So you believe in a quantity over quality approach with your your games played, the improvement? You think that more games is better than great games that you learn stuff from?
No, I just believe in smashing my opponent. I don't care if it's good game or bad game. I just want to smash my opponent. Smash.
Hmm. Who is the first friend that you met through Smogon?
Oh, first friend I met through Smogon. Let me remember. I met Steam Nicholas before Smogon. I met Alpha 113 before Smogon. I think it was Zinnias, I guess.
How did we meet? Do you remember?
Yeah, after I smashed you in SDPL 1-0, I DM'd you and then you invited me to Zinnicourt and then we became friends.
Something like that. But
Yes, something
it
like that.
wasn't
But I
really a
smashed you.
smashing, it was more of a matchup fish.
What the fuck you mean matchup fish, bro? You literally had Drought versus my Mega Medicham. You were supposed to win that shit. You just got fucking smashed, bro.
Coco C Team's son.
No, no, no. You're just making excuses. You
No,
got
Coco C
smashed, bro.
Team's son.
You got smashed. You could have like six me with Darth Way, but you just talk shit, man.
So, drawing from your own experience, what is a benchod and why do you say it so much? How did that become your catchphrase?
So basically, bloody Bencho, son of mine, this Zinnias. So this Zinnia Bencho is basically a sister fucker. So but it is not when a Pakistani says Bencho, like although the literal meaning is sister fucker, it is not meant as a sister fucker. It is meant as like yo bro, what's up? This kind of stuff. Like I can say Bencho, grab me a cup of tea. It means like bro, fetch me a cup of tea. Understand me? You get it?
So, is it a term of endearment then?
Oh, it's a term of what?
A term of endearment. So that's something you say when you like people. That's a
I
way
don't
you'd
even know what the
refer to
fuck.
a friend.
So basically, it is a term of what I feel. My heart comes from this statement. So bloody bench, old son of mine. Now can you shut the fuck up?
I see. If you had the possibility to ban one user, who would you ban and why?
So basically, in my beginning days, when I was playing PBFPL, there was this one guy called Destigady. He was literally a son of a bitch, this dumb son of a bitch pain in the ass. I wanted to like fucking kick him in his ass and then run away. He like pissed me off. But if we talk right now, there's this guy called Fitan. This fucking stupid dumb son of a bitch. I will fucking kick him with in his head. I will like do a 360 taekwondo kick and then his face will rotate like how Jackie Chan, opponents rotate in his movies.
Why are you associated with belly dancing?
I am not associated with belly dancing. I will fucking. I am not fucking belly dancer. I will fucking bro. I will tell you one thing. I am in OUFL manager. Okay, I was manning with Zinnias and
You do
McDose.
manage a team called the Belly Dancing Blacephalons, and you
So
have been
I am
long
the
accused of
no no
taking
no no
belly
no
dance
no you
classes.
have to listen. No, you have to listen. So basically, I literally on my first ever announcement. Okay, on my first ever announcement, I will read it out to you. I will be your boss. I am FDMW. I do not care if you win. I do not care if you lose. I do care if you prep, and if you don't, I care more. All I want to tell you is that we are a team and we will work as a unit. Okay, so far so good. We are better than Reshiram, Cloud, Zartran, Tervim, Sikot, or any team. I want your mentality to be the best, but do not underestimate your competition. You are the belly dancers, and I am your blessed Falon. Peace. So as you can see, I'm the blessed Falons, and you all are the belly dancers. Okay, understand?
So when you named your team the Belly Dancing Blacephalons,
No, I did not
you
name my
saw
team belly
yourself
dancing blessed
as
Falons.
the Blacephalon. I see.
Yeah, okay, I am the blessed Falon, but I never named my team the belly dancing blessed Falon.
Do you think that the Belly Dancing Blacephalons will win the tournament?
I think they will smash the fuck out of everyone. Like our SVs, yeah, our SV core is like fucking cracked. We have like 8 stable SV, actually 10 stable SVs. We can slot anyone in. We have Duco, Calabrito, Aquilo, Quez, Doso, Tic Tac. We have who else do we have? We have a lot of options in SV, and then we have 2 legit SS. We have Areen and we have Jojin. And for SM slots, we have Maxis who is doing pretty well. Our second slot, however, is struggling, but we do have cracked players and options. And our Auras, we have HSK7, who is like one of the finest shit players in Auras. And we have, although our best of threes are struggling, originally I wanted PKCC and Antonovs, but we couldn't get them. But I like how, I do like Veti, even though they're going negative. I think they're still very solid player and then can outperform opponents in any given moment. They
Yeah,
just have a bad
Veti
tournament.
is the GOAT. I think
Yeah,
that
Veti
we could bounce back on the best of threes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. If we were to get those best of three wins, we can definitely win every fucking week. But we are still 1-1-1 right now.
Yeah, it's not the worst, and it's still pretty early in the tour.
Yeah, works.
So you've mentioned your worst set of the year, which you mentioned your set versus Michaelius in World Cup, and that's a regret. But what is your best tournament set of the year? Do you think you have a best tournament set?
I think my SMPL went really great. I was outplaying everyone from like fucking dog shit matchups. But if I were to pick one game which would represent me and reflect my skills, I think it would be let me think. Um, uh, um like SM Live Tour, I was farming everyone. And definitely not from there. From Let me recall. Oh yeah, SMPL versus Ruby Blood. I fucking smashed the shit out of Ruby Blood. Like bro, rage baited so fucking hard. He was like crashing out in my DMs. Even though I legit outplayed him, nothing else. No pure, no hacks, no nothing. Just fucking pure outplay. I literally owned the shit out of the guy, and he come to my DM crying. Oh my god, you are so bad. I would own you every other time. Oh no, FDMW. Hopefully you are relevant sometimes. Like fuck off, man. I smashed you.
So this game happened in week 2 of SMPL, and you were using a an extra squad. I'll screen share because we can quickly go over this game.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Can you see the game on your screen?
Yeah, yeah, I can.
So we have an extra squad, and it's against a similar type of structure. It has a Hooper Unbound. Hooper Unbound is pretty dead weight against offensive teams.
Yeah, it did dog shit.
Yeah, so he leads Landorus, you lead Coco. He
Yeah, yeah.
switches out Fearing and Ice, and you do go for the Ice Life Orb, so you probably had a good chance to kill. Vote switch, and
Yep.
it's definitely not Assault Vest. You get a good chip there.
I should, yeah, this is good.
Charizard comes
And
in, and it clicks Sword Stance as you
yeah, it was
Volt
literally
switch.
fucking obvious. There was no way. Okay, this was one of the most fucking obvious plays. Okay, like with the whole Lando I have, he can't like fucking click NPC Flare Blitz. He had to like fucking the dance or source dance. So I utilized my Magirna and then just went in for the Volt switch because had he clicked Flare Blitz, I would have just went that free Lando every time, and he cannot outplay me with anything else. Like that Upan Bound, that is dead weight. Like that Kartana is dead weight. That Kyurem Black is dead weight. Everything else is dead weight. His only win con was Charizard, and this Volt Switch literally had the shit out of matchup. Like that guy was doomed.
How important do you think that Magina was in this matchup? Could you have won if he Flare Blitzed?
I think I definitely could have won. Like Magearna would have helped versus Kyurem Black, and then against Volt Switches versus like the Magearna and like maybe a Kartana, potential Kartana.
Yeah,
But
from
yeah,
my
other than
point
that,
of view, Magina does look like a strong Dark Resist for Hooper, Grass Resist for Kartana, and Ice Resist for Kyurem Black. But you do
yeah,
end up getting this turn right.
yeah, I was bound to get that turn right, and then 3 Volt Switches. I
And
should
yeah,
have
it is a
actually.
Sword Stance Charizard, so Coco
Yeah.
easily chases it out. And you do go for a Hidden Power Ice. I would
Yeah.
assume you'd only click that if it actually killed Charizard.
I don't really remember, but I do think it killed Charizard.
Yeah, if it killed Charizard, then it seems a bit of a mistake that he would go to Lando immediately.
Yeah,
But it is
probably.
Figgy Berry
I think I should have went T-Bolt here this turn.
on this turn.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe HPS
So
again.
Magina
Yeah, I
comes
should have
in
went.
and you ice again. You can just T-Bolt now. Terrain
No, no,
does
no, no,
go.
because train is gone.
Okay, I see. So you Volt Switch out, and the Magina is also Wiki Berry. It's still a defensive Magina, just not Assault Vest.
Okay, now this is the godly play. Look at this shit.
And you go for the same read.
Fucking smash the shit out of him. Now watch him crash out.
Come on, what's the
Come on, what's the
point?
point? Oh my god, he got smashed.
So, what was your justification for that move? I know, I vaguely remember your conversation with him after the game, but
It's basically I've played this, these turns on ladder, and like ladder has developed my movement to read these type of moves. You know, when opponents is tough in tough situation, he will always go for outplay. So I'm not giving him any room to outplay me. So hence why I clicked the volt switch.
I definitely do remember you saying I did this on ladder, and he didn't quite like that.
Yeah, indeed, I did do this in ladder, and then I won every single time. I always do this on ladder, and I did it versus him.
And you get a
And then I smashed
freeze
it.
on Cartana. He's already
Yeah,
quite
he's
displeased
already quite
before this
pissed.
turn. And we could just imagine what happens. But he does the work straight away. He
Yeah, and
nearly
then he
does kill
fucking
the
hacks. Bro, this
Cartana.
is fucking
I'm not
hacks.
sure the
Yeah, this is
roll on
hacks.
that.
I don't give a fuck, but this is hacks. He thought first turn. Like this is tough. This just makes it tough for me.
It
I have
does
this ice
look
patch
like
here.
you are still very good with Howlucha now, though.
Yeah,
And Landers
yeah,
comes
he's
in.
dog shit.
I'm assuming it's
He is
just to
dog shit,
get
man.
Intimidate, so that something else can live it. But
How the fuck will live it?
yeah, you just go straight for the chip.
Yeah, I just win. Keep up, I'm
And
too
now I guess you
fast.
can just vault into Howlucha and win that way.
No,
Kieran
I just
Black
vault
does.
into the Kiram. Okay, I will vault to Magerna and then Fleur. Keep
Okay.
up, I'm too
The
fast. I'm
Magearna
too fast.
that had cheated death from a Flare Blitz twice
Yes.
comes to trade with the Kyurem.
Yep.
And from there, it's gone. GG.
Yeah. And he fucking slid in my DMs. And he was crying. I was like, what the fuck, man? You're
What
an
was your
SPL player.
record in SMPL?
I was 5-1 in SMPL and 2-0 in the last previous SMPL. So basically 7-1 total in 2 years. 2-0 and 5-1.
5-1 is quite the record considering your team didn't make the playoffs.
Oh my god! Every
What?
fucking single tournament I play, I never win. I have played in like 25 plus team tournaments. I haven't won a single one.
So you haven't won a tournament yet, and you've played quite a few. Do you have a favorite
Yeah, I've
tournament?
played. Right now, EPL. I think. Wait, no. Let me
Of
remember.
all the tournaments
I
you've
think.
played, which would
Yeah.
be your favorite?
In Smogon or overall?
If you do prefer PBF tours to Smogon tours, you could choose that. But
Uh,
maybe you could answer an
P-
overall and a Smogon if you do prefer the
PBFPL
PBF.
was pretty funny. Although I was dog shit at the time. EPL, I think EPL was we had a really cracked team, but the most fun I had in a team tour, it would be Masters PL. I went 5-4 in that shit, but I was like fucking trolling. I was bringing me picks, and had a really fun time interacting with my teammates. And I was paired up with my bro Electron.
Yeah, so Masters League, very close to that being your first team tour win.
Yeah, very close. I not brought a team, I didn't know how to play.
Did
I
you
would
lose
have
in the
like owned.
finals?
Yeah, I did. I fucking told that's fuck. But like I didn't give a fuck about the Masters finals. I just looked whatever I fucking know, and yeah.
So, in the finals, despite your loss, it did go to tie breaks,
Yes.
and there was, I think, quite an infamous game featuring your best friend Electro. More infamous
Yes,
for
yes.
the chat antics after the game, but purely
So
about
basically,
the the actual game itself. Do you think that Electro got hacked, or did he mess it up?
first of all, I would like to say the matchup for Electro was like super dog shit as fuck. Like he was barely making, and the progress he was making, he was stopped by hacks. Like that guy, like fucking hacked the shit out of him.
So, if we look at the matchup, Electro is
Yeah,
using Sand, and Career Ended is using a double Psychic balance team.
yeah.
Would you call that a bad matchup for Electro? Double Psychic versus Tyranitar?
Well, you do realize that he has a
It
Heatran
doesn't. It
and a
doesn't seem
Heatran.
like Career Ended has a solid check to Excadrill at all.
I think if he Executor got hacked in a point. I do realize he got super massive hexed. If you can play this from turn one, I would have better time recalling. Yeah, Swords Dance Gliscor. See that team with Swords Dance Gliscor, it is like boom dog shit matchup.
Yeah, SD Gliscor is quite a negative matchup for Sand
Yeah,
teams,
yeah,
purely
with the Heatran
because
as well.
by its nature it kind of does check and threaten Excadrill and Tyranitar.
Yep, it threatens everything.
And the only way for a sand team like this to pressure it is
Yeah, just leech
Choice
with
Band Leaf Blade
Celesteela
from
and then.
Kartana. There's Leech Siege from Celesteela, like buys a bit of time, and there's Hinpa Ice,
Yeah.
Rocky Helmet Zapdos, but nothing that actually scares it out immediately.
Yep, it is a pretty tough matchup. But like,
I think this is the
look.
FDMW the Tyranitar. The pivotal moment in
Yep,
this match was
yep,
not getting the Stone Edge chip does suck, but
yep.
having the Tyranitar get toxic and opening up Reuniclus.
And he was literally outplaying him turn by turn. Look at this.
Yeah, it was a good outplay on the Heatran for the suit.
Yeah, this was a painful game to watch.
It is a painful game to watch, and I believe it's quite a long one as well. So just to skip towards the end, once Tyranitar traded itself for Heatran quite
Now
uncleanly
Saturn is gone, and
with the Earth
even the
Power
shirt.
crit and the Stone Edge miss
Now he will
earlier in the
burn.
game.
Oh my god, don't burn, don't burn, don't burn.
It didn't
Good.
burn.
Now Z here. Okay, Earthquake here. Or is he? Oh,
Yeah,
no
he's
mind.
the
Yeah, this is what Sand was really important.
yeah. Sand
Yeah,
was
this is
really
covered.
important. I
And
think
then, but like, he's ran, but
I think with Sand, I saw this in a Z Ryan game as well. The finals of the home field advantage, where Z Ryan choke and lose to Zinnia.
what the fuck is home field advantage? How do I not know this?
Oh, I can pull this game up as well if I can find it.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to search on Pokemon Showdown, but yeah,
But like, Ryan crash out after every game.
you are quite a prolific Sand user, and Sand can be a little difficult for some newer players to grasp. What do you think
Yeah,
is the
but like,
most
Sand is.
important thing about using Sand? What
So
is
basically, what is what?
no? Go on.
Basically, Sand is one of the most threatening and like one of the most solid and classic playstyles in SMOU. Like it was like I think Empo showed how great it was coming up with his Empo Card Sand and the Empo Sub Tier Sand. And then I utilized all these great sands like combination of Wyatt Sand, Empo Sand, and all other sands there could have been like Aston Sand. I can used all of them. Like these playstyles are really crucial if you want to be good into like vanilla spammers, offense spammers, like those bulky psychic spammers. Megatitar is really crucial. Those Toxapex is really crucial. Like these Excadrill is really punishable. Like as long as you don't run into stall, you are fucking great with Sand. And it is something you have to learn how to pile if you want to survive in this tough competition of SMOU.
Yeah, Sand is very important. I would agree with you there.
And like
So
Ziran cannot pile at Sand.
in this
That
game,
yes.
we can see just what Z Ryan did wrong. I'm using a Sun team, and he's using standard Sand.
So he went wrong from turn one. So from turn one, Ziran should have led the top specs.
Is that to immediately pressure with T spikes?
Yes, you have to look when the opponent has no T specs user, you always bring in a Tox specs. Start with Tox specs. And then this was like, in my opinion, depending on that superior set, if it's not I think if it's not Subseed Serp, Zerion has a pretty good matchup. Yeah. He didn't even Volt Switch.
So yeah, another case of Tyranitar getting toxic and
Yep.
it being quite bad long term.
Yep.
Do you think that Tyranitar is a Pokemon that you should go aggressively with, or that you have to be quite conservative with to save HP?
In my opinion, it varies against playstyle to playstyle. Against this sand structure, I think he had to preserve the Tyranitar health because weather might consistently go up, go down. So yeah, he had to save here. Although versus offenses, it can or like fats, it can vary down quickly when it's not needed.
Hmm.
Have to knock off here or leaf plate. I will knock off. Yeah, that's nice. And now you have to double back into. Okay, this works as well. Probably go. Oh my god, this is such a toxic play. What the fuck was that? I would just double back into Cartana. Never mind. Okay, this is good for Ziran. We'll switch into the Cartana. Nice. I'll just Sacred Sword. This works as well. I would go into the Zapdos. Probably Wall Switch. Go into Celesteela. And then Heavy Slam. Or go Trantar. Okay, never mind. This is good. Yeah, Heavy Slam. I'll probably just Heavy Slam. Nice. You have to go Trantar here. Trantar this turn always. Yeah, you talk shit.
What was so important about going Tyranitar on that turn?
Because Trantar will pressure up with rocks and like Subsurb. It will Serperior will never hit more than 2 substitutes if opponent is NPC heavy slamming. Serp goes for 2 subs and then he will obviously definitely swap out. Okay, he's hacking here, but like, lol. Okay, good Stone Edge. I think Cart is free now. He just needs to pursue here. Okay, well, need to go into the Cortana. Okay, well, this works for him. This Z here. No. Wow. Okay, probably just Z here, Z. How the fuck did he lose this? Did he actually lose this? Earthquake? Oh yeah, Z celebrated thing. He was bound to lose this.
So Z Ryan has been saying that Z Celebrate Victini is a bad matchup for Sand. Do you agree?
Well, to an extent, it is a bad meta for Sand, but like, he should have, preserved the Titar. He let it get toxic. That was his fault. Now Saturn is gone. He can't punish Victini with Drill anymore.
I am glad that I'm not the only person that thinks this. And I hope Z Ryan is watching.
Yeah, he just got owned. GG's. Yeah, Jover. Yeah, Jover. Oh my god. He fucking lost to Sun with the whole Toxic. Like, Toxic Sun Killer. T-Spike 6-0, this type of structure. And if you lose, it's on you.
So, we have been in this interview for quite a while now. I think it's gone quite fast, but I think it's a good time to get to our conclusions.
That's for
So,
sure, for sure.
what's next for Kyrius?
So I want to play SPL. If I get into SPL, I will smash everyone. I will bring me Chanflesh, bring me Puni, bring me Tage, bring me whatever you can throw at me. I will eat them all. If I were to be given a chance, I showed this all year. I smashed everyone. I went positive in every turn besides World Cup, which I should have went positive in had I not clicked that one move. But like apart from that, Retro Cup, SMPL, OUPL, SM Live turns, SMGC, I went semifinals in. All those turns, I went positive. EPL, Masters PL. I do think I have a shot for SPL, maybe. And if I don't get in SPL, there's always at the ADPL I want to play. Or I want to grind a RBY and Gen 10 as well, and win a SM seasonal tour next year as well.
So, your goals, whether you make SPL or not, you would like to win a seasonal, and you would like to play in ADPL.
Yes, for sure.
And the final question to wrap this up: what's your type?
So oh my god, you asked me the question of a lifetime. So I would like to name a few names. Okay, so my greatest crush of all time, like my favorite crush, Caroline Forbes, literally hot blonde from Vampire Diaries. She is so beautiful, so sugary, so pumpkin pie. I literally love Caroline Forbes. And then if you talk about top two, my top two is Jessica Alba. Oh my god, Jessica Alba is oh my god, the peak woman. Oh my god, she is so beautiful, especially in Fantastic Four. She and in the Fast and Furious as well. She was like fucking hot, gorgeous as fuck. And then I also like Princess Daenerys from Game of Thrones when she was blonde. Oh my god, she was so hot. I love her. I also like Emma Stone from The Amazing Spider-Man when she was blonde. Oh my god, she was so sugary, so pumpkin blue. Like innocence was glittering from her eyes. And then I also like there's this pro team girl on the Instagram reels. This pro team girl is like she's kind of gothic, and I like her hair. And I also like this McDonald's cashier. She was on a reel. She was not from McDonald's, but she was a cashier somewhere. But she had a wolf cut and was blonde. Oh my god, she was hot, 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 hot. And who else do I like? Who else do I like? Who else do I like? Um, 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 yeah, that is pretty much it. Pretty much it.
So the number one is Caroline Forbes.
Yes, indeed. Caroline Forbes from Vampire Diaries, aka Candice King. She's so hot. Yeah, she's so cute. She's so pretty. She's innocent. She's sugary. She's pumpkin poo. She gives off Powerpuff Girls vibe.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that is a great place to end off the interview. I think this went really well. I enjoyed the interview. And
Now, I like to ask you a question.
You'd like to ask me a question? Okay, you can ask me a couple questions.
A few questions. Okay, so Zinnias, can you tell me something about yourself?
I am a woman that plays Sun and Moon OU and Sword and Shield OU.
Okay, so why are you bench short?
I am not a benchot, as I don't even have a sister, so it wouldn't be possible for me to be a benchot.
So you're a mother short.
I don't think those two are mutually exclusive. I think that's a false dichotomy. I don't think that anybody that isn't a benchot
Okay,
is
so
a
why are you
motherchot.
an American bean eater? Why are you an American bean eater?
What link is there between Americans and eating beans?
No, I'm asking you, why are you an American bean eater? You can be a UK bean eater, or you can be an American, but you're an American bean eater. Why?
I was born in and live in the UK. I've only been to
But now you're
America for
American
1
because I
week.
said so. No. Now you're American, bro. You went for 1 week. Now you're American.
And beans are nutritious. I've eaten beans on toast before.
Okay, so what are your point of view on Zohran Mamdani?
I think he is an effective politician. I would have voted for him.
And do you think he looks like Daredevil? Matthew Murdock, Charlie Cox?
I can see the resemblance.
Yeah, and what do you think about Daredevil?
I've never watched a Marvel movie.
Oh my god, you're dog shit. So why are you 0-3 versus me in Smoke Tours?
We have played 3 tournament sets, and
Yes.
one of them was in SDPL, one of them was in
Yes.
SMGC, and one of them
No, there were
was
two in
your
S-
loss
in
to me
SMGC.
in CPL.
What is CPL? Tell me what CPL is. I literally
Charity.
smashed you twice in SMGC, and I smashed you once in whatever it's called. What is it called? SDPL.
Charity.
Bro, we never played in Charity PL, you dumb fuck.
Is that all of the questions that you would like to ask me? I'll allow for
Yes,
one
that is all
more
the
if
questions
you
I
have
have.
any more.
Okay, one more. Okay. So what do you think about my turtle PFP? Do you think I'm incurring wisdom and I'm a man of wisdom?
Your profile picture of Master Oogway. I do not
Yes.
think that you display the wiseness associated with Master Oogway.
No, you're so false. Okay, one more question.
Maybe in a Sun and Moon sense, you have that wiseness, but in general, I think you're a bit of a dumbass. So
Okay, I have one
that's
more
my
question.
opinion on Master Oogway. And I have a question for you. Is it dark
Yes.
being in Z Ryan's shadow?
What the fuck? Bro, Zero is like, Face Mongrel?
No.
Zero is like Face Mongrel from Fortnite. You can search him up. Same to same. So if I am dark, then I don't exist. I am under the bed.
I see.
So I have one more question for you
Okay, one
to end
more.
this interview off. So, what is your favorite curious quote?
You do have some good quotes. I think the the hardest I've ever laughed is probably when I convinced Devin and Brandon that you were a belly dancer, and you said
Oh my
Popsy made
god.
me do it.
I never said, oh my god, fuck off. I never said this.
But
Oh my god,
also
fucking bad,
your
badass.
tangents about Pakistani trans women, how you enlightened me to the main stereotype about trans women in Pakistan being
Bro, I
that
am not even joking,
they
bro. Trans
are
women in Pakistan,
beggars.
they clap and kidnap. Oh my god, you are so dumb. Okay, anyways, what's up? So we end off this interview. Thank you, everyone. I am FDMW,
Yeah,
aka
I done
Karius.
did too,
And
buddy.
what the fuck you saying?
I think this went well. We got a little off track at the end, but it was all in good fun.
So my
And
name is Karius, FDMW, and this is the Zinni Beans. And I hope you all had a good time, great time. And you will see me in the OUPL this week versus Zidane. I hope. And
Zidane subbed out. You're against Paycard.
what the fuck?
Bro, look in the channel. It says that
Where?
in your channel.
What the fuck? Where? Where? Let me see.
Go on to SMOU Curious, and it says you play Paycard now.
Where is it saying?
Just go onto your
who the
channel.
fuck? Who the fuck is Picard? Bro, I literally scheduled with Zidane. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I told him Wednesday. Oh my god, I'm done. Okay. Bro, I think this guy is a free win.
Hopefully, Curious. Well, this has been Curious, the interview. Thanks for watching.
Yes. Thank you.